Hola, friends. Today we will learn about Mexico, a beautiful country full of color, music, and ancient history. Maybe you want to visit Mexico one day, or maybe you live there now and want to know more. The Mexican flag has three stripes, green, white, and red, with an eagle holding a snake in the center. The eagle sits on a cactus. These symbols come from an old Aztec story. Mexico is in North America, just south of the United States and north of Guatemala and Belize. Let's begin our journey through Mexico's land, people, and rich traditions. Mexico is a large country, almost three times bigger than France. It touches two big oceans, the Pacific Ocean on the west and the Gulf of Mexico, plus the Caribbean Sea on the east. Mexico's land offers many different scenes. Sunny beaches in Cancun and Puerto Vallarta, dry deserts in the north like the Sonoran Desert, thick jungles in the south around Chiapas and the Yucatan, high mountains and volcanoes like Popocatépetl and Pico de Orizaba. Three long mountain chains called the Sierra Madre run through the country. These make the land high in the center and low near the coasts. Mexico's largest river is the Rio Bravo in the U.S. It is called the Rio Grande. Important lakes include Lake Chapala, the biggest lake, and Lake Pátzcuaro in Michoacán. The north is hot and dry. The center is cooler because it is high. The south is warm and rainy most of the year. Mexico even has snow on its highest volcanoes. Mexico is divided into 32 states, actually 31 states plus Mexico City, the capital. Each state has its own governor and local laws, but all are part of one nation. We can group the states into five big regions: North, desert lands and growing industries, Baja California, Nuevo Leon. Two, Pacific Coast, beaches, fishing, and big ports, Sinaloa, Jalisco. Three, Central Plateau, high mountains, volcanoes, and Mexico City. Four, Gulf Coast, oil fields and tropical forests, Veracruz, Tabasco. South in Yucatan, Mayan ruins, jungles, and colorful traditions, Chiapas, Yucatan, Quintana Roo. Each state has a flag or coat of arms, its own popular food, and special festivals. For example, Oaxaca is famous for mole sauce and hand-woven textiles. Jalisco is home of mariachi music and tequila. Yucatan shines with Mayan heritage and white guayabera shirts. Chihuahua is the largest state, bigger than the United Kingdom. Tlaxcala is the smallest, easy to drive across in 1 hour. Long before Spain arrived, many advanced peoples lived in Mexico. They built temples, studied the stars, and made calendars. Some great civilizations were the Olmecs, the mother culture on the Gulf Coast, the Maya in the Yucatan jungles, the Zapotecs and Mixtecs in Oaxaca, the Teotihuacanos near today's Mexico City. The Aztecs, Mexica, who built Tenochtitlan, a huge city on a lake. Tenochtitlan had canals like Venice and pyramids higher than a 20-story building. Today, about 25 million Mexicans belong to indigenous groups. They speak more than 60 languages, such as Nahuatl, Maya, Mixtec, and Zapotec. They keep alive weaving, healing herbs, and ancient dances. In 1519, Spanish explorer Hernán Cortés came to Mexico. With guns, horses, and help from rival tribes, he defeated the Aztec Empire in 1521. Spain ruled the land as New Spain for almost 300 years. Spanish, horses, and Catholic churches spread across the territory. Large estates called haciendas controlled farmland and indigenous labor. Mexico became the world's biggest silver producer, sending wealth to Europe and Asia. On September 16, 1810, a priest named Miguel Hidalgo rang a bell in the town of Dolores and cried, "Viva Mexico!" This started the War of Independence against Spanish rule. Leaders like José María Morelos and Vicente Guerrero continued the fight. After 11 long years, Mexico became free in 1821. Every year, Mexicans celebrate Independence Day on September 16 with fireworks, music, and the president ringing the same bell in Mexico City. The young country faced many problems, choosing leaders, writing laws, and uniting different regions. Guadalupe Victoria was the first president. Benito Juarez, an indigenous Zapotec, later reformed the country with new schools and less power for the church. Mexico's borders changed many times during the 1800s. leading to several conflicts. Between 1846 and 1848, Mexico fought the United States. After losing, Mexico gave up large territories, today's California, Arizona, New Mexico, and more. This was called the Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo. France invaded Mexico in the 1860s and put Archduke Maximilian of Austria on a throne. Mexican heroes, led by Benito Juarez, fought back. On May 5, 1862, Mexican troops won a key battle in Puebla. This victory is remembered as Cinco de Mayo. From 1910 to 1920, a major revolution changed Mexico. People wanted fair elections, land for farmers, and better working conditions. Leaders included Francisco Madero, Pancho Villa, and Emiliano Zapata. After years of fighting, Mexico wrote a new 1917 constitution that still guides the country today. Today, about 130 million people live in Mexico. Mexico City, called CDMX, has over 20 million residents, one of the largest cities on Earth. Mexico is a democracy with a president and Congress. People vote every 6 years for a new leader. Mexicans have roots in indigenous groups, Spain, Africa, and other parts of the world. Spanish is the main language, but many still speak languages like Nahuatl and Maya. Mexicans value family, respect for elders, and community fiestas. Mexican food is famous worldwide. Staples are corn, beans, and chili peppers. Popular dishes include tacos, small tortillas filled with meat or veggies; tamales, corn dough steamed in leaves; mole poblano, chocolate chili sauce on chicken; pozole, hominy soup for celebrations; chiles en nogada, green, white, and red like the flag. Mexican cuisine is recognized by UNESCO as an intangible cultural heritage of humanity. Mariachi music with trumpets and violins comes from Jalisco. Ranchera songs tell stories of love and countryside life. Ballet folklorico dancers wear colorful skirts that spin like flowers. Artists like Frida Kahlo and Diego Rivera painted Mexico's struggles and beauty on huge murals. Dia de Muertos, Day of the Dead, on November 1 to 2 honors ancestors with bright skull art and sweet bread. Las Posadas in December recreates Mary and Joseph's search for shelter. Children break piñatas. Guelaguetza in Oaxaca shows traditional dances from many indigenous groups. Mexico's economy mixes modern industry and traditional farming. It exports cars, TVs, avocados, and software. Cities such as Monterrey and Guadalajara grow with technology companies called Mexican Silicon Valley. Mexico is rich in oil, silver, tourism, and creative talent. Chichen Itza, a giant Maya pyramid in Yucatán. Teotihuacan climbed the Pyramid of the Sun near Mexico City. Copper Canyon, deeper than the Grand Canyon, ride the famous train, Cancun and Riviera Maya, turquoise waters and coral reefs. Monarch Butterfly Reserve, millions of butterflies gather every winter. Mexico is a land of grand mountains, ancient cities, spicy food, and warm smiles. Its history mixes indigenous wisdom, Spanish influence, and modern creativity. Learning Spanish and English helps you explore Mexico's markets, beaches, and friendly towns. Gracias for traveling through Mexico with us today. We hope this lesson brings you closer to the heart of Mexico, its land, its people, and its colorful culture.